just wanted to come on for a couple of minutes, do my motivation Monday. I just want to say thank you to everybody who is tapped in on my post, my most recent post. I'm not gonna put those on my most recent post. I wanted to come on and give you guys a little motivation today. I want to give myself some motivation. Can I say that? You know, I know a lot of folks don't like to go live, and I've been kind of special that we got some new software here that we've been using. We got some great things going on. You guys can see you got my QR code. If you like to log into our website or you want to get pre-approved for a loan, just scan the code that's on the screen, and it'll take you straight into our website where you can register. If you'd like to get approved for a loan, you can do all of that, right? You can make that request right there on our website. As you guys know, I am a real estate broker, but I am mostly more than that. I am a man of God. I love the Lord with all my heart, my mind, and my soul. And God kind of told me some years ago to do these shows, which kind of just to motivate us. You know, a lot of us are going through different things in our lives. We're losing people left and right. And sometimes just to get a word from God, it always has helped me with my stability. When I just read my word or I hear something, God is speaking to me because we know that God can speak to us in a lot of different ways. So I'm just coming on today. We got quite a few people coming in. Appreciate you guys stopping through. I think Facebook has changed their algorithms or something because it looks like we're starting to get a lot of people coming into our sites now. But I want to read this message, this word to you. It's today, April 3rd, 2023, and it's a special day in my family. And before I move on, I want to say happy anniversary to my big brother, Key Session, uh, my bestest friend in the whole world, you know, and his wife, lovely wife, my sister-in-law, Sharon K. Session. I just want to say to both of you guys, happy anniversary. You guys are my idols. You guys have stayed together for 41 years through ups and downs and sideways and rounds. I made it 13 years, so I didn't make it even a third of what you guys did, but you guys are still kicking strong. I want to say congratulations to you. Just for all y'all folks out there, people in my family, they get married and stay married. I'm one of the oddballs that got divorced, some 25 years ago. I was married for 13 years, and my brother is just celebrating 41. So I'm really so proud of him. He's taken from my grandfather. I know my grandmother and my grandfather were married for over 50, 60, maybe even 70 years. I think it was more like 70 years. And then my father has currently been married for probably at least about 40, right? Maybe 50, 60. My father's probably coming up on 60 years even after. Can't be 60 because I'm 60. Maybe 55. My father's been married for 55 years to his second wife. So I want to read this word to you guys. I'm hoping it really helps you. This word, it's really, I do this because I know what it does for me when I wake up and I read this in the morning. It really gives me a positive focus for the morning. So I post these every day. If you guys would like to come back and see what thus said the Lord, you can just stop by my page, and I pray that God will speak to you through this word because he definitely does with me. That's why I share it so often, because I know that it will help other people. And so April 3rd, 2023, take time out from the stress of life to rejuvenate. Focus on spiritual goodness and allow restoration and healing to take place in your soul. Put aside all stressors for the moment so that you can find comfort in my presence, says the Lord. Set your heart and mind on recuperation and regeneration. Psalms 18:2-3, it says, the Lord is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer, my God, my strength in whom I will trust, my shield and my horn of my salvation, my stronghold. I will call upon the Lord who is worthy to be praised. So shall I be saved from my enemies. Hey, that's a great word right there, because I know I've been going pretty hard lately. With the downturn and everything, the financial status is going. We've been working a little bit overtime, rebuilding our company. Many of you guys have seen our new signs that have just come out. We've got some new softwares that we're using, and I am truly excited about. We had a couple new people rejoin the company. So I just want to say a shout out to those folks. Shout out to my staff, Leona Greenlow. I want to shout out Roban, Zaid. I want to shout out Susie and Rico and Bella. I want to shout out my whole team that holds me down. I don't do this by myself. I have a grand people. I have Linda's. She gonna kill me. Linda Scott. She's on my team, real estate agent extraordinary. I think I said Leona Greenlaw. We got Marcel De Laveau. We've got Stanley. What's your last name, Stanley? He gonna kill me. Stanley Cornelius. We got Stanley Cornelius, your son Ishmael. And then we also have the lovely Simone Stevens. So we're up to about 8 or 9 agents on the team right now. We're rebuilding for our community. There's not a lot of Black-owned companies around in the real estate business in Northern California, at least not that are very visible. So we try to make it a point to be as visible as we can to make it easy for you guys to do business with us. We do accept referrals. We also have finder fees for folks that want to come in and send their relatives to us to sell a house or buy a house. We have a gift that we have for all of the referrals that we get. So if you guys have someone, just email it to 510-568-4200. If you got the name of someone that wants to buy a house or they need to sell a house, our office number is 510-568-4200. You can also send a text message to that number. It doubles as our office number, and it also is available for text messages. Again, I just wanted to share with you guys some of the graphics up right now. It says Session Homes. And what else does it say? And get approved for a home loan. Anyone that would like to start the process of home ownership, you can scan that code right there, and it'll take you directly into sessionrealestate.net, which is our website. It's a beautiful site. It's and we've just launched a brand new website. It's incredible. It's costing me 2 arms and a half of a leg, but it's nothing that's too good for my people. So we upgraded, even though right now we can't afford to upgrade. The market is really willy-nilly right now. But again, I want to share this word. We have a few people in the room. We'll hear this again, April 3rd, 2023. This is what God is saying. Take time out from the stress of life to rejuvenate. Focus on spiritual goodness and allow restoration and healing to take place in your soul. Put aside all stressors for the moment so that you can find comfort in my presence, says the Lord. Set your heart and mind on recuperation and regeneration. Psalms 18:2-3. The Lord is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer, my God, my strength in whom I will trust, my shield and the horn of my salvation, my stronghold. I will call upon the Lord, who is worthy to be praised. So shall I be saved from mine enemies. I've been through a long road. If you guys have been looking at my page today, I posted something earlier where I retired from the East Bay Dragons to move on to some other things. Sometimes it's not all the way time to be playing. Sometimes we have to get focused. And I know that right after I lost my company in 2008, 8-11, it took a long time. I joined the East Bay Dragons, and I want to thank them brothers, man, for accepting me into the club and letting me ride with them, man. And the brothers are just true brothers. There's not many places where a Black man can go and hang out around other brothers and have a positive experience. And one of those places for me was the East Bay Dragons motorcycle club. It's just a great group of guys. I've traveled across the country with them on motorcycles. In fact, I retired in New York. We rode from Oakland to New York back in April/May. And when we got to New York, Yonkers, New York, which is about 3,000 miles away from where we started, I retired there. A lot of other things happen. We want to forget those things which are behind. We're going to think about what's going before. And so I retired in New York because I decided to run for Oakland City Council, which I did. In fact, I've got my shirt on today. One of the shirts my daughter made, People Over Profit shirts. And I just want to say, I originally retired to focus on politics. But God obviously has another plan for me because I did not win the election. And what has happened is even in this time, I've really gotten refocused. Can I be straight with you guys? I've gotten on some medication that has been able to help me, that has helped me get my mental together. I'm on antidepressants, anti-anxiety medications. And what I found is that some years ago, I was suffering with anxiety and depression. I just couldn't see why I couldn't sit still. I didn't really feel like, how you want to do some things, but you don't feel like doing nothing. You should be doing something, but you don't feel like it. Well, that's how I felt being depressed and under anxiety, and didn't realize I'd been suffering for many, 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 many years. And so once they diagnosed me this time, and a very good friend of mine, I won't call her name because she told me one day I just got blessed to be with her, and she said, "Man, I need to get my medication changed." And I said, "What do you mean medication? You don't, I can't imagine you being sick." And she said to me, she said, "Kenny, I have to I'm on anxiety and depression medication because, I said, well, why? She said, Kenny, it's the difference between waking up in the morning with a smile on your face and waking up crying." And I thought I had to sit down and think about that thing. And I was like, wow, I get up a whole lot of days where I'm looking out the window and the sun is coming up and I'm dreading seeing the sun come up today. Well, the sun coming up should be an exciting time for us. But what I found is that, I was masking it. I went out and I started using drugs. I started drinking alcohol. I started doing a lot of things that I believe it helped me. I was self-medicating myself. And so I was like, I'm buying all this other stuff. Why don't I just go to the doctor and get some of the good stuff? And that's exactly what I did. I followed the instructions. Many people say on the depressive medication, you feel like killing people and yourself too. And I will attest to that it does. But one thing I would tell anybody who's going through that treatment is just hold on for another day, because that's what I did, is just hold on for another day. No matter how bad I felt on any particular day, I just said, sooner or later, something's going to happen. And I can tell you something did happen. I can tell you that I have never felt better in my life. The anxiety is gone. The depression is gone. I'm excited about getting back to work. In fact, when I was going through this, I really couldn't go to work. I was having a hard time focusing at work, and all of the things. So now that I'm on the other side of this thing, I'm grateful to God that I was able to retire from a great group of guys. If you guys are not familiar with the Bike Set and the East Bay Dragons, I just want to take my hats off to that whole club. I know they say once you're a dragon, you're always a dragon. I do feel that, but I also know that I needed to take care of my family. As much as it's good to have fun, it's good to play, it's good to go out and hang out with folks. But when things are not being taken care of at home, you cannot go out and play when things are not right. I tell my son that all the time. How can you be sitting up here playing this video game for hours when your room is not clean, your bed is not made, your shoes are all over the house, and you living like a slob? You don't have to live that way. My mama used to say it was dirty and now it's clean, and clean is better. And so with all that being said, I'm in a much cleaner place now. My house is immaculate, I am so proud. I feel comfortable. I had a young lady come to my house, just a good friend, and she came to my house and she said, Kenny, why are you living like this? And I said, like what? And then she's like this. We the last person to see how we live. And she said, I'm gonna help you, bro. And she took me out shopping. This had to be 3 years back. She took me out shopping. She bought some floors for the kitchen and the bathroom. She went and got some, I didn't even know nothing about that stuff that you wipe the walls down with. Smells really, really good. Fabulosa. She went and got Fabulosa and washed down my whole kitchen and washed down all the walls through the house. And then she had me go and get some curtains. I didn't have curtains at my house. I had nothing on the windows, just, paper or whatever. And she took the time, and I want to shout her out right now. And that's they call her Big Fine. Big Fine came over here, man. Just a very deep, a beautiful woman, friend of mine. She came over here and she got me on the path to cleanliness and to getting my house in order. And so now I am so grateful that, my house is the way my mother would be happy my walking in this house. My brother's house always looked like my mama because he got his wife over there cleaning for him. But, my house looked like a bachelor's pad, and she came over here and she cleaned out my refrigerator. I was so embarrassed when she cleaned that refrigerator out. I said to myself, Self, you ain't never gonna let this refrigerator get like that again. Because when she got through talking about me, and she did it in a nice way, But I was so embarrassed. I was like, you know what, my mama, if my mama came here, I'd probably be in here. I probably could. If my mama came here unexpected, I'd be in trouble. So with that being said, I've been really working on cleanliness. You know, making my beds. We went and got us a robotic vacuum cleaner, and I turned that sucker on, and it vacuums the floors, so the floors stay like my Auntie Vaughn. And anybody, my family who gonna watch this, and they hear me when I say my Auntie Vaughn, was a neat freak. She was the cleanest woman I ever knew of anything. And if she walked into my house right now, she would be proud. So just wanted to come on for a quick minute and share. I'm not going to be with you long. One more time, I'm going to read the word of the day. April 3rd, 2023. Take time out from the stress of life to rejuvenate. Focus on spiritual goodness and allow restoration and healing to take place in your soul. Put aside all stressors for the moment so that you can find comfort in my presence, says the Lord. Set your heart and mind on recuperation and regeneration. Psalms 18, the second and third verse. The Lord is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer, my God, my strength, in whom I will trust, my shield and my horn, in whom I will trust. Women, my shield and my horn of my salvation, my stronghold. I will call upon the Lord who is worthy to be praised. So shall I be saved from my enemies. And I will say that that is a great word today because I have truly been saved from my enemy. And the biggest enemy is me. I was my biggest enemy. I couldn't blame my problems on nobody else but me. But I want to say also is that mental health is real, and even some of the strongest minds can get sick. So basically, God is telling you to take some time away, rejuvenate yourself, work on your mental, take some time off. If it's not for your physical, take some time off for your mental. Because believe it or not, I took almost 11 years off from high stress real estate to just relax and just really get back to the core of who Kenny is. And now I'm reopening up and we're coming back hard to the paint. And I'm just prayerful that we can rebuild our company the way it was like 20 years ago when we had like 40 agents and 3 offices. So I am so excited today. Thank you guys for coming through. I'm going to get out of here. I don't want the video to run over too long because then people won't even watch it. But we want to make sure you guys see it. Again, thank you guys for coming through. Hit the like and share our videos. We're trying to, what they say, go viral and what have you. Not so much viral. We just want the more people you share with, the more business that we typically get because the marketing and exposure, that's really what we're here to do is just to keep ourselves prevalent and relevant in front of the people. So again, God bless you guys. You pray for me. Check out the rest of the post on my page today. And I'm going to say to you, God bless. Peace.